What a sound. You know what that is? That, my friends, is the sound of oranges getting crushed and squeezed to the extreme to make 100% just oranges into orange juice. Something, in all honesty, that doesn't really exist anymore. As I began my walk through Whole Foods, I was immediately drawn over to the fresh produce section, one which is decked from ceiling to floor in fresh fruits and vegetables. It basically bleeds fresh food. Surprisingly, it was not all of the food that sparked my interest, but instead it was this orange juice maker, a simple machine that speaks for so much. It stands for what the store believes in, being natural. This orange juice maker has a giant bin on top which holds roughly 30 plus oranges that are ready to be juiced away and consumed by others. Much of this store has something to do with being natural, being healthy, being organic, and being good for the earth and those consuming it. When walking into Whole Foods, one is immediately greeted by a store that is covered from corner to corner in some sort of healthy, organic product. All of it is displayed in a way that is pleasing to the eye and easy to navigate, attracting many different types of people, but mostly those who are considered to be earthy, herby-esque, or just care tremendously about what they are putting into their body. The overall vibe one would get from the store is that it is a place that many people who care about what they will be eating and want to be healthy would shop at. It prevents an atmosphere of health awareness. The culture is driven by many people who do what they can to eat natural foods and produce from a nearby farm, not across the country. They are dedicated to a more natural and earthy way of life. Some may even call them granola. While I was at Whole Foods, I came across someone who seemed to fit into the ideal shopper just perfectly. She was in a graphic tee with a funny saying. Her shirt said, "Damn, I'm good," and a pair of cut-off jean shorts paired with what seemed to be a brand new pair of Doc Martens. She was what someone would describe as hipster, and shopping at Whole Foods helped to make that stereotype even more true. And her name was Gabrielle. I am currently talking with Gabrielle. What exactly keeps you coming back here every time?
I really like the rotisserie chicken and all the baked stuff and cupcakes and everything.
Why would you prefer like a Whole Foods cupcake or their rotisserie chicken over like say like a Walmart or a Kroger one?
Because Whole Foods, like you can go and you can watch them make the cupcakes, and everything is so fresh and it's good.
And then when like you purchase your rotisserie chicken or your like fresh baked goods, would you consider it to be too expensive?
I think I get what I pay for. I mean, I can go to Walmart or whatever and get the packaged stuff that isn't freshly made that day, and pay a lesser price, but I think I get what I paid for. So
Would you say it's worth the money?
I think it's definitely worth the money.
As Gabrielle mentioned, she knows what is going into her food and how it is being produced. When she mentioned that she is able to see the bakery actually make the sweets, that is something rare to come by. That process is reassuring to customers like Gabrielle because they actually know what is going on and don't have to be worrisome over eating a simple cupcake. They don't have to wonder just how much processed items are being pumped into it. Something that correlates to a healthier way of life and eating much more natural. Not only that, she mentioned how at Whole Foods you are truly getting what you pay for, that the product is worth the extra cash, and that you can tell just by tasting the product and seeing it. This is something many shoppers at Whole Foods look for in their purchases. As I walked through the store, many different things jumped out at me. The products to start, but then I began to notice just exactly who was shopping there, what they looked like, what they seemed to be there for, what they were purchasing, in general, who they were. As I continued to wander through the store, I slowly was able to find a niche that each person fit into. They weren't all just hippies or nature lovers, although those were present. They all had something to them to help them fit into the culture of Whole Foods. There were people there who loved food and enjoyed shopping there because they knew that Whole Foods was providing them with the best of the best and making sure that care was actually being put into the items that they would be consuming. While some people were there because they had the best vegan options around, it wasn't a hassle for them to find dairy-free cheese or enough tofu to stretch across the earth multiple times. Whole Foods is a store that has so much more to offer than just food. The store itself helps introduce you to a more natural way of life. Ask any worker there for help with selecting a product, and they will be able to direct you to the healthiest options. Even the workers there are also working towards being more health conscious. That, in fact, is one of the store's main core values. Coming up, I'm talking with Julia Bell. She isn't the typical person you would find at this establishment. She doesn't dress like a hipster or even act like a health freak, but she comes across many people like this at Whole Foods. When you're at Whole Foods, how would you best describe the culture?
When I'm there, I feel as if there are many hipster people around me and people who only care about their health and the environment, lots of vegetarians and vegans.
What type of vibe/feel do you get while at the store?
A really earthy, artsy, like hipstery kind of vibe, like something you'd find in the hipster parts of a big city like Wicker Park, Chicago.
I heard some people mention that they feel healthier at Whole Foods. Do you agree with that statement?
Easily. Everything there is so homemade and healthy. It's like it all came out fresh out the ground a minute ago.
So, since you said that, what about the store makes you feel that way?
The way they push the idea of healthy food like down your throat, like I never knew about all these different types of tofu and what exactly tofu was until I went there.
Like, what type of people would you say shop at Whole Foods?
A lot of vegans, vegetarians, and like bearded hipster men, health freaks, like the usual.
How often do you find yourself at Whole Foods?
I'd say a decent amount. Only when I'm looking for something that is good for me, like, fresh fruits or vegetables just fresh out of the ground.
While you're shopping, do you take into consideration what happens to the food behind closed doors?
I like to think I do, but honestly, I probably don't. I try and read the labels, but a good amount of the time I end up forgetting to do that. But I really should try to think about my food more than I do now.
How pleased are you with your purchases at Whole Foods?
I'm usually always very happy. They have really good like baked goods, really good cookies, and nice samples in the store. It's like a free lunch.
What could make this experience better for you?
I would say probably just lowering the prices, but that's about it.
All right. Many people describe Whole Foods as a hippie, natural, earthy store. Does that ring true to you?
Hands down, yes. Literally everything in that store is somehow organic, non-GMO, or like from the next farm over. It's not a bad thing at all. It's just how the store is.
Can you please elaborate on a typical trip for you to Whole Foods?
I normally go there and get their pizza for lunch or for dinner. And they also have a great salad bar and like hot food bar, and it's all healthy. When I'm not getting pizza, I usually just go pick up some fruit or vegetables or healthy foods when I feel like I need to eat healthy again. But their cookies are also very good.
Thank you. Thank you, Julia Bell, for your time. As she stated, the vibe that you get from the store is one that really feels like a hipster location. Her statement about the store being a place for vegan and vegetarians to prosper is accurate. The store is built for people like that. And also those who work there also fit into that description. Overall, the people that frequent Whole Foods are not those who just want some Oreos, ramen noodles, or Easy Mac. They are there for the organic version of Easy Mac with actual cheese,
real rice noodles that come from an actual farmer in Asia, and cookies that are made with milk. Also, here's a quick little fun fact. In case you did not know, Oreos are actually vegan. That cream filling isn't really cream. Sorry. I hope you enjoyed that little extra fact. But back to what matters. The people that visit the store are ones who may dress a little differently, have some pretty killer beards in my opinion, have a tofu press, fruits and veggies galore, probably just ran a marathon or something similar in the past month. For all you know, they could be an Ironman completer. In simpler terms, they are what others would call health nuts, hippies, and artsy fartsy folk. They are what make up Whole Foods.